Mandy. I'm so excited you're coming to Dawn Marie's party. Oh, I can't wait to chat with you. Okay, so I'm going to start with MJ first. And yes, I know everybody's names, but I'm going to use the abbreviations because this is going on YouTube and I don't want anybody to know your kiddos' names. But we're going to start with MJ. And I pulled more for her than I did for anybody else. But that might just be because I think some of them will work really good for your next one. I think you abbreviated her name AS. I'm just going to go with A for short because I know AP will work for your older. So anyway, so I think they'll work for A as well. But I wanted to let you know that I pulled them because I think she will really get into them just like Caleb did. I love the fact that they are super, super apparent. They're right there, even without the reading level being there. The books are right there, and they're right in front of her face. And yes, quick links are available. So, yay! Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, because you know that I want her to be able to read as strongly as A does. So MJ is going to get some recommendations about our new tips and our phonics readers. So this is Susanna's Bananas. It's our newest phonics reader. I think it works really good for struggling readers. I know that Caleb is really enjoying it, but you'll notice here it has the QR code for the actual story. So it's read aloud and Caleb reads along with it, and I love that. So we have the individual Susanna's Bananas, and then of course our most recent compilation, Unicorns and Uniforms and Other Tales. This one's going to be cheaper, so this is going to be super, super easy because there's 6 stories in it. It also has in the back, it has the comprehension puzzles, so it'll help her along the way there too. So I like that. Okay, now check those out. Also check out, there is a new storybook collection. The storybook collection, I'm going to actually move this. It's called the Usborne Storybooks. It's so new, I don't have it. It's actually a package of 10 books, and they have 3 different levels. They have beginners, and those are for the kids who aren't confident reading by themselves, but they are not pre-readers, okay? So I don't want you to think they're pre-readers. They're ones that I don't think Caleb can handle quite yet for the beginners ones. There are 10 books in that, and there's a developing readers one and a confident readers one. And those are actually really, really cool. So check those out as a way to maybe build her confidence as they go in, as well as, of course, you already know about the Usborne reading program that we have with the Read with Usborne. So the level 1s and level 2s are where Caleb is right now, and I don't think he'll be leading those anytime soon. So I know they're very similar with their reading stuff. Okay, next. This one is actually one of Caleb's favorites now. You know, he's a dork when it comes to history. He loves his history. But this is History Uncovered the USA. And I will explain to you why I like it. I like it because it shows the nonfiction information, but then check this out. This is what's available at this point in time. Then it gets a little bigger, and it gets a little bigger, and it goes through all the way. But each time it expands, it tells you what was going on during that time period. And I love that it kind of makes sense as to why it's expanded the way that it did. I really do like the information in this book. I feel like it's a really well-rounded. Another one that I really do enjoy is this one. This one is our newest Lip the Flat, Biggest, Fastest, Tallest. Caleb has gotten a lot out of this book, and I think that, honestly, I think that A and MJ would both love this one. I like the fact that it's written in a way that Caleb can actually kind of understand what's going on, even though he can't read all the words. He can read some of them. And then, of course, the pictures really help. But it's going to talk about things like the biggest predator or the biggest herbivore or the biggest reptile. So you can always pull it in to those science lessons. The fastest, and has a bunch of different things between animals and technology. Tallest with all the buildings. So just so many great things in here. I personally have gone through this one and found that it is spectacular when it comes to being able to match up science topics that we're doing. Even Rosalie's really getting a lot out of it because she's learning the differences between biggest and smallest and everything else. So I do like that one. I think it's really great. See Inside Atoms and Molecules. I think this one is one of those that Caleb, while he's not yet into those kinds of things, he's finding that when he pulls out this book, he is really starting to understand some better concepts. So I wanted to share it with you. This one is a great tool for chemistry This would work for AP, A, and MJ when you're doing your schooling. And then, of course, this one is Caleb's newest favorite. Da, 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 da. How Your Body Works. This is a new Lift the Flat book. It's very different than the See Inside Your Body. And I love that it has so many things, from talking about your blood cells to your organs, and then, of course, your muscles and your bones. Oh my goodness, it is so many flaps in here and so much great information. And I'm telling you, Caleb is understanding it just from looking at it rather than actually reading it. I love that it goes so in depth with the nervous system. It gets into those senses and how everything is working through that. And then, of course, you've got your digestive system. It's more in depth. Let me just tell you, it's more in depth than your See Inside Your Body, which I love. Of course, you already know that. And then, of course, it has babies and growing in general, and then staying healthy, which you might not agree with everything there. And then amazing body facts. So check this out. It is super, super awesome. Okay, now for A. I pulled some chapter books. Hopefully she'll love them. This is one of my favorite series. This is the A.L. Tate series. This is the Book of Secrets, and then, of course, it's a duology, so there's a second one. It's called the Book of Answers. It's all about ciphers, and I think she will actually love the series simply because it is that kind of puzzling out of what's going on. It's about a monk and a monk's assistant as they go through things. Love, love, love this series. Another series that's really cool is the 48 Hour series. We have 2 in the series currently. They are separate books. You don't have to read them in any sort of order, but it's essentially 48 hours to figure out what happened during the investigation. So they're investigating some type of mystery. Now, historical fiction. We haven't had a lot of historical fiction in the past, and you know that. We just got a new series called the 6 Chelsea Walk series. It is a series about a house at 6 Chelsea Walk that has been around since the 1700s. And it's a house for girls, and it takes these girls all the way through history. So it starts out in the 1700s, and there are 3 books, and there are 3 stories in each book. They're geared towards 10 and up, maybe it's 11 and up. So I know that it'll be a higher age range, but not necessarily, might not be a higher age range. She might be 11 now. So this is probably a really great series for her. I've actually found it really awesome. The first book is 1764 to 1857, and it's Girls with a Voice and Girls with Courage. So it's going to talk about things like, I'm not sure about this one, but suffragettes. There's going to be stuff in there about the women's right to vote, obviously. This one happens to be women chasing their dreams. And then, of course, Lizzie is sent to London to live with her aunt and uncle. She misses her mother and garden. When she discovers her mother is in danger, she finds the courage to rescue her. So many great stories in these books. Okay, last but not least for her, I wanted to mention our Graphic Legends series. Okay, now you know about the graphic classics, and those are things like Dracula and Hound of the Baskervilles. I love those. The Legends is actually going to have things like Greek and Norse myths. Of course, this is Greek, Jason and the Argonauts. I love this one. It's so gorgeous. I really think she'll find a lot out of it, even though it is in graphic novel form. I just think these are beautifully illustrated, and I love, love, love reading this one to Caleb. The other one that we just got out was Thor, and obviously a Norse myth, and that one is really cool too. Okay, now, I realized as I did this that I didn't pull the books that I wanted to pull for AP. I almost said her name. I did not pull out the books that I wanted to pull, but I'm going to tell you that they're in the party tonight. The one that I really think she would love is the drawing animals, drawing faces, and drawing cartoons. Those 3 books are for 10 and up. They take art seriously, and I absolutely think that she will love the art class atmosphere of that. The other one is 365 Things to Draw and Paint. That one is absolutely beautiful and has really great techniques that I think she will be really fascinated in. There is a new art book that's a Lift the Flap art book. If you'd like more information on that, be sure to let me know too. Mandy, I'm so excited to see you tonight. Have a great day.